Hi there, welcome to Art and Soul Insider Creation Time. I'm so happy you're here. This is a time for both you and I to just sit back, relax, but play. It's a combination of both. It's a combination of art and wellness. Concerning the wellness, we've got a guided meditation to relax you, to hopefully get you in a sense of groundedness where then you can start your day or you can continue on with us and create a work of art. The work of art we're doing today is a watercolor. It's really beautiful, very vibrant, using complementary colors. So if that interests you, and we end it all up with an oracle card reading, if that interests you, hang on and enjoy the ride with me today. So with that, let's get going. Welcome to a 2-minute guided meditation. So this is in order to help you find calm. So it's a matter of really centering yourself in order to find that stillness within you that's there. It's just a matter of finding it. So I invite you to take a deep breath. And when you're comfortable, begin to close your eyes. I wonder if you would take a moment to imagine yourself being more calm, peaceful, and focused. And as you allow your unconscious mind to naturally conjure up an image of what you would like to feel, consider what you might be seeing, hearing, and what you might be feeling that shows that you are calm, peaceful, and focused. And perhaps you're already feeling more calm, peaceful, and focused. If not, notice that your unconscious mind can reveal how you might do this. Now, maybe you can think of a simple way to incorporate this feeling of calm into your life in the days and the weeks ahead. And after you've done that, know that it really can be this easy to create a little bit more peace and calm into your life. So I invite you to take a deep breath for a moment and begin to move your attention back to the room, listening to the sounds around you, and begin to open your eyes. So how was that? What did you learn? Very, very quick kind of way to find a calm. And it's a matter of really, again, the sense of focusing. You're stopping and you're focusing. You're focusing on what you could see, what you could be hearing, and what you could be feeling that shows a sense of calm, peacefulness, and focus. This can really make a difference in the fact that you can find those moments, and that's what it is. It's finding those moments just to be and to breathe. So often we're so busy in life that we're running around doing this and doing that, that for us to stop, to pause, to consider what brings us more calm, what brings us more peace, what brings us more focus. And it's imagining those things that will then do exactly that. So I encourage you to use this to, again, focus on finding that calm, that peacefulness, and that focusedness. Find those moments and just to be and breathe into it. So if you had your eyes open during that guided meditation, you know, this could possibly be you were very mesmerized by this piece of artwork. And sometimes art can do that. We can focus on a piece of artwork to get a sense of calm as well. And just the sense of putting a soft gaze on a piece of art can really help us as well. So if you have liked this work and are interested in seeing it as a possible project, please let me know in the comments, and I'd be more than happy to do this project for you. So there we go. There's our quick guided meditation. Okay, for a guided meditation, silly me. I'm still into that guided meditation. I'm so relaxed. There we go. Anyways, for the supply, here we are. This is not the supply I'm looking at, but this supply actually inspired me. This is one of those little booklets, watercolor booklets that you can get on Temu, okay? And I really like the square by square aspect of it all, right? It's kind of neat, okay? So this inspired me to think, I saw these wooden panels. And this is the supply today that I'm going to be sharing with you. These are wooden panels that you can paint on. You can do whatever on. You can build things with. I'm looking at them as little pieces of panel that I'm going to be actually painting on. So what I'll be doing is I'll be gessoing these, and then I'll be doing abstracts and, well, realistic images if I want to, but yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing with these. I got these from Temu. I'm sure you can get them at most craft stores. This one is, as I mentioned, I got from Temu. Got a great deal. I think for 50 of them, I got them at a really great price of these. 25 of these ones I got. Okay, so be able to gesso on top of those and then paint. And then I got these ones. See how these are a little bit thinner? Okay, these ones are thicker. I kind of like these ones better. They're a little bit more expensive, but they just have more substance to them. But you buy and you learn, right? So I wanted to actually see what the price was. So, but these look really good. I'm really impressed with them. So what I'm going to be doing is then buying more of these to actually paint on. I just think they're great. I like the thickness of them. They just seem a lot more solid to me in that way. But you know what? These would be perfect for these. You know how you do some quick ones, one in a row, and you're just painting? You know, like I do all the base coats of all 5 of these, and then come back and do another coat or do another scribble of this and a scribble of that on each of them. And then, you know, you just keep on layering them on and on as you go, but you're doing 5 at the same time. That's what I'm wanting to do with these. I think these will be possibly a lot of fun. It'll just help get me going with those supplies. You know how a lot of times you keep the supplies and you think, you know what, I just got to use them, got to play with them. So that's what this is all about. And I hope you find them useful, and I hope that you might be inspired to try them yourself. So there you go. That's our supply today. Okay, here we are starting our new project. This is going to be a project with watercolors. It's kind of, well, it's mixed media. Let's put it that way, because I'm going to be using some ink. I'm going to be using watercolors, and that's about it, I'm thinking. Okay, so what I have is a square 10-inch 0.2-inch by 10-inch 0.2-inch one, or 260 millimeters by 260 millimeters. So what I've done already is I've taken this and divided it into, it's 10 by 10. This is now 9 by 9. Okay, so we've got that. Then what you're going to be needing is a compass. Okay, and if you don't have a compass, you can have circles, right? Any type of circles. You're going to have two. We're making 2 circles. Well, we're making more than 2 circles, but we're going to have 2 base circles that are going to do all of them with. It'll get clearer once I'm there. Trust me. Ruler, pencil. I'm looking for ink pens. Okay. I've got a gold gel pen. I've got watercolors. Now I'm going to be using this one, the Tropicals by good old Art Philosophy. I'm going to be using complementary colors, which means the opposite ends of the color wheel. Now, let me go and get my color wheel. Okay. Excuse me. Cough, cough, cough. I've just came back from holidays, and naturally, silly me, got a cold from I actually got COVID from my partner. He was sick first, and then it seemed like everyone was sick at the wedding. I thought I was okay. We didn't know. We just thought he had a cold at first. Thought everyone just had a cold at first, because it was, other members of the family were sick as well. And so it wasn't until I got home that I took a test and I was positive for COVID. So anyways, not a fun way to spend a holiday. So I was all masked up. As soon as I found out I was sick, I masked up. That was the way it was. So anyways, enough about that. So let's talk about art, which is what we're here. So we're talking about complementary colors on the color wheel, and I will show you this when we get to that. So I got my color wheel. You don't need a color wheel. So I'm going to be using Sunset, which is kind of a pink, and Parrot, which is naturally a green. And I'm thinking I'm going to bring in this pineapple color as well, a little bit of touch. So these 3 colors I'm going to be using, but I'm going to be using them quite muted. They're not going to be quite this vibrant. They're going to be much more subdued, okay? So I'll be using those. And then possibly I might be using, but again, watercolors that are by Kurtaki. Okay, these are called Starry Colors. Starry Colors. So these are kind of based on stars. But yeah, so got that along with the gold pen and stuff like that. So gold for the details. So that's what we're going to be needing today. Okay? Those are our supplies. So now, whether you have these exact supplies, do not worry if you don't. If you don't have this, well, hopefully you have a gel pen. The gel pen will be really nice to add the little touches, which you can do exactly the same thing as if I was going to paint it. Okay? These pens, these are archival, but if you don't have anything that's archival, you could use, Bic pens, whatever works best for you. You just have to be careful that that your paper's completely dry and that you put the ink down when it's completely dry, right? Because otherwise it'll spread all over the place. So, complementary colors. I'm going to talk about them now. We're not at the color stage yet. We have to block everything in first. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you about complementary colors. And what complementary colors are opposites on the color wheel. So opposite means, so here's this orange, okay? And then you go all the way down here, and here's the blue, okay? Here's the violet. Go all the way across, there's the yellow, okay? And then here's the red. Go all the way across, and there's the green, okay? So think of Christmas, red and green. Think of blue and orange, Edmonton Oilers. That's our hockey team here that went to the Stanley Cup Finals. And then yellow and purple or violet. Okay? Yellow and purple, that is, think of Easter. The little yellow chick is usually yellow with a purple little bow on it, that type of thing. So that's Easter. So those are your complementary colors. Granted, there's other complementary colors that are in between each of these. There's those. But these are kind of the basics just to give you kind of an idea. Okay? So, ooh, lights were flashing for a bit. So anyways, so that's that. So now let's start. So I've got my 9x9. You can, if you want to do it all the way throughout, you can. I'm wanting to do it 9x9. I did the halfway point here, okay? And then what I did is I'm going to just do a really light lines here. Really light lines. There we go. Okay. So then we're going to do a third. So this is 9. This is by 9. So I'm going to do this by a third. So I'm going to do this a third. Excuse me. Cough, cough, cough. Yeah, it was terrible the night. Like, I was at the wedding and I was fine. And then along the reception came. Oops, is that? I'm just double check twice, check twice, measure twice, cut once, right? There we go. Okay. Here we go. And we're going to do 3 here as well. Yeah, so all of a sudden, and then during the reception, I just got a terrible headache. Terrible. And I thought, oh, it's just because maybe I'm tired and the music's loud, and I was helping take care of Suhail's father, who's in a elderly home. So I just thought, maybe I'm just not doing well because of that. Well, no, twas not that. And so then we left early. Boy, am I glad we left early, because it just then hit me. So what I'm going to do now is take this, and I'm going to measure. There we go. So I got 2 there. So what I want to do now is go in just a smidgen. So that didn't really work 100%. Whoops, I'm off the sheet there. Sorry about that, guys. I'm making my own marks here. Just have to see where I am. Okay. So now what I want is there we go. Now we're going to do 2 smaller ones. We're just dividing up the even smaller. Oh, well, that didn't work very well. Anyways, not too bad, not too bad. Okay, so there we go. Now I'm going to take the eraser to all these points. Don't want to scrub too hard, because that'll, ruin the paper there, right? Okay. Now, let's begin painting. So, let's So get your brush. So now what we're going to do is just paint within those lines. Just go nice and slow. So I'm going to bring in some tape. So now it is completely painted. Now we are going to let it dry completely. Okay, so for the Oracle card today, we've got Buddha Nature. Okay, so I will be picking a card that will be for someone in particular, like you. Okay, or it could be for someone else who's watching this, or it could be for the group of us. What do we all need to know right now at this moment? Things like that, so important to know that there sometimes is a collective message for us all. So I can do this. There we go. That's the one. Freedom. Wow. So it has a bird here, but inside it looks like there's a Buddha face. So interesting. Number 8, freedom. And is that air? That is air. So there's 3 sections. There's being, doing, and what the symbol actually means. So, being. You are inspired by evidence of expansion and need no longer stress over inconsequential matters. Your heart feels lighter as you realize that you've been creating your own limits, and now you have the wisdom to choose differently. Doing. Consciously choose how you spend your time. Embrace impermanence to release attachments. Find wisdom in the understanding that freedom in many forms comes through letting go of holding on too tight. The symbol. Seagull symbolizes freedom and versatility. He soars, swims, and waddles through his day, rarely bothered by the activities around him. He seems unconcerned but alert. The freedom. That's interesting, having the sense of seagull energy. And really, when you do look at seagulls, they're in their own world, and they're not affected by what necessarily is happening on their outside world. And yes, what a beautiful symbol to have. So there you go, freedom. There we go. We're finished part 1 now, and part 1 looks great. I'm really pleased with it so far. And we're going to be doing some inking and some painting on top of it on the next part. So we'll have you join us then, and we'll do that as well. So I'm really excited about what the possibility can be. So with that, take good care of yourself. Be gentle and be good to yourself. I send you love. And please, if you liked what was happening today, please like and subscribe. Please tell your friends about it. That would be wonderful. To just pass on the message of just a time together to reconnect, to ground ourselves, to also just find the possibilities and the joy that are in our everyday through creating art. So with that, I send you off with love. Take care. Bye-bye.